today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
The Bears at 7-5 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss running left, Akers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. A gain there of 21 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 60. And the Rams are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The Field's going to take this himself. And it's a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
away. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does, but most of the time the quarterback swings the ball away from his body, and in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 58 yards, and a score. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter.
And the Rams have taken the lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fields now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Here's Fields. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The LA offense ready for this next possession.
Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Stafford now to throw.
He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Stafford on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing again is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Akers.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to get going again. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Out of the gun, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Here's Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 1st down, Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And room there to work it inside the 25. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. and they hooked up there for a first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Fields.
Dancing to his left. This is caught. Touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears are back within a score. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10. Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To the air again, Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Back to throw, Stafford. Campbell making the catch.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the visitors from the north, the Vikings, who were able to get the road victory. Kirk Cousins, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns could help their playoff case, as a victory would get them to 7-4 on the year. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front, as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, catch made here by Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Aaron Donald getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
After the sack on first down, Fields.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Fields.
And he finds Montgomery complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
From the 41,
Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. Now it's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
3rd and 2, Stafford.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams use the short field to get in for 6. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. His throw incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On play action, Fields.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now it's Fields. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. To throw again on second down. Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a first down throw. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
Throwing again is Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. Hitting Juju on the slant.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, Fields got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Lazard from 6 yards away.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Stafford now to throw.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down. Fields throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Fields now to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's Fields. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Patterson's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Going right back to Akers. And taken down just shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll give this to Akers running right. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So it's the Rams here that take home the W. And this one, Charles, too much Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance throwing the football. Over 300 yards, 4 touchdown passes. That's quarterbacking at an elite level.
So for L.A., it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago,